So, students, good morning to all of you. And today's topic is planning. So, this is as in the beginning of every AI lecture, I say that the main objective of AI is to develop a machine which does all the work which at present human does better. What we want to do is we want to inculcate the human expertise in an artificial machine. So this is the basic aim of AI. So what happens as we see the human, whatever the task is in hand of the human, so human goes for planning. So planning is one of the important characteristics of doing the different tasks. Now the question is planning always required, or what is the situation where the planning is required? So simple definition of the planning is you are doing the whatever the steps you are taking to complete a given task. So all the steps that so you have to see these is basic simple definition of the plan. Now we have to in during the planning, we have to also see that all the steps that we have planned, is it possible to take all the steps? Is the situation is so that every steps can be taken that you have taken into account during your planning. So it is right from the thinking of what have to be done up till up till the implementation of all the steps that we have planned. It is not only the thinking of that we will do this. You are only not writing the plan, steps of the plan, but also we have to take into account that all the steps are implemented in a manner what we have thought. What happens sometimes there are some certain steps which are directly implemented, but there are certain steps which could not be directly implemented. So we have to take into account the various factors which are responsible for this. We have to see is the environment feasible, so that what step is in our hand we can implement that step. If the environment is not feasible, then there is a sub plan or the sub step comes into action where we make the changes in the environment so that the plan which we in the step in the plan which is to be next executed, it can be executed. This we have already done in means and analysis. So this thing we have talked about in means and analysis, the heuristic search technique that we were doing earlier. So this is the basic thing of the planning. In the today's lecture, I will share the slide with you where we will see first of all the definition of the planning. We will see the different definitions from the different authors. So what is the definition of the plan? Then very important thing in the next thing is what are the four components of the plan? Very, very important subtopic. That is what is the four components of the plan? After that, what is the requirement? How these four components are fulfilled? Then we will see what are the different types of planning, some important definitions in the planning, and in the last, we will do the case study of a planning. That case study is known as goal stack problem, or another name for that case study is block world problem. So this is the whole overview of today's lecture. So I will start sharing the screen. First of all, in the presentation, we will go through the different types of planning or different definitions of planning. And we will also go through one question whether the planning is needed or not, or when the planning is needed or when it is not needed. So I will share the screen now. So can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Okay. So this is the topic for today, that is planning. So the execution, the first definition of a planning, simple definitions. It is the execution of planning is about choosing a sequence of actions with a high likelihood to complete the specific task. So what happens? We have specific task in our hand. So this task can be done with many steps, or there are different manner or different steps or different, you can say, procedure to fulfill that particular task. But in the planning, we will choose only those actions which have the high likelihood to complete that particular task. Because a task can be handled or be done not in a single manner. It can be done in various manners, many ways to do that particular task. But one is more, you can say, efficient method, and another method is less efficient. And in some method, the chances of completion of task is high, and in another method, the chances of completion of the task is low. So what we have to do, we have to see or the select or choose those sequence of action where it is high likelihood that we can complete our task. So this is the main crux of this definition, that many sequence can be there, but you have to select the best one where the likelihood of completion of the task is high. So this is one point you can take from this slide. Second is, planning is a key ability for intelligent system, increasing their autonomy and flexibility through the construction of sequence of actions to achieve their goals. This is very important. So what it is a key ability for an intelligent system. Now, what we say, we have to develop the machine. So if the machine will go through any specific task, then that machine should be very intelligent, as the human is intelligent. So it increases their autonomy of the intelligence system, and it should be flexible also, that if we have selected one sequence of actions, then whatever there may be some situation, that sequence of actions or one particular action in that particular sequence cannot be implemented. So we should be flexible in our planning also, that if one action is not taking place, the another sequence of action can be ready. So in this slide, the definition is the same, but one more characteristics of the planning is there, that your plan should be flexible in nature. In the previous slide, we were taking into account the one characteristic, that the plan should be such that it should complete your task. Now in this slide, the another characteristics of planning is your plan should be flexible in nature. Next, planning involves the representation of actions and the world models, reasoning about the effects of actions and techniques for efficiently searching the space of possible plans. So what characteristics of planning you take out from this slide? So it is basically, it is a method where you represent the whole system as a model. Then you lay down the different actions, and you also reason out why this action has been taken into account. Means there is one characteristic of the planning, that the reasoning is also involved in a plan. So if you make your plan and you take into account the different actions, it is not that you're just put all the actions as you see. No, you have to reason out. There should be proper reasoning, that why this action has to be put in your plan. So from this characteristics, from this slide, the main characteristics of one of the more main characteristics of planning is reasoning also. Your action, whatever the action you have taken into the plan, you should reason out why this action has been planned. Next definition, the planning in artificial intelligence is about the decision making tasks performed by the robots or computer programs to achieve a specific goal. So the next characteristics is decision making. So your action should be such that in some situation there will be question of, you will be there that this action can be taken or not, or there can be more than one action. What action has to be taken? So your plan should be sufficient of making the decisions, taking the right decisions that yes, we have to take this action into account so that your likelihood of the completion of the task is more. So here the one more characteristic is decision making. So all the definition, from different definition, you are getting the different characteristics of the planning. Now, different aspects of planning. Why we plan? First of all, the question is why we plan. So we plan so that very smoothly we can complete our task. Otherwise, there is a haphazard. Whatever the thing you have to take, whatever the steps you have to take, if you have a proper plan of that, then the success rate is more. If you do not plan, then the success rate is less. Now the question is, when the planning become more important, the thing which is new, that case planning is very much important. Though we can plan in a different manner, that I will discuss, that you have to plan the whole or you have to plan in step-by-step manner, because we have to see whatever the what type of system is there where we need a planning. On that thing, we can have a different types of planning or different approach to the planning. So plan, why we plan? So that our task is completed smoothly and our overall task, the success rate of our task becomes 100%. So we will also see types of plan. In the coming slides, we will see the types of plan. We have different types of hierarchical planning, partial order planning, linear planning, non-linear planning. So we will see all the types of plan. Very important thing is components of planning system. This is somewhat matching with the means ends analysis we have already done. Very important from the examination point of view also, that what is the components of the planning system. So in examination also, we have to elaborate these four components with a certain case study or with a certain example. So you will take an example from your side and you will explain all these four steps in that particular example or the case study. Case study can be of your choice or it can be asked by the examiner for a particular case study. So the first component of the planning system is choose the best rule for applying the next rule based on the best available heuristics. So what I said, there are different methods to complete your task, whatever the task. So you can do it by method 1, you can do it by method 2 or method n. Each method will have different set of actions. So you have to see which method is the best method. And it is done, it is calculated. How we can calculate that which method is the best one? The main thing is you have to apply some heuristics. So what is heuristic? We have already done. From the given heuristics, you will come to know that what step has to be taken. If you have the choice of many steps or many methods, Then by applying the heuristic, we will come to know which next step is the better step. We have done this all in best first search, ESR algorithm, Geograph, hill climbing. We have done how to apply the heuristics. And in you have also done the practical also in this topic, like about best first search and ASR. You have done the practical also, where you apply the heuristic, you apply the cost variable. So many actions are available in your hand. You have to choose the best action, best rule, which rule you will apply the next. Next point or next component of a planning system is apply the chosen rule for computing the new problem state. Whatever you have chosen, you have to apply that. So here the question is it very easy to apply that particular new rule, whatever you chosen, or still there is some problem? We will see next slide. What can be the problem where you cannot directly apply the chosen rule? We will do all this step again, discuss in detail in the coming slide. Next is detect when a solution has been found. We have to see that we have reached our goal state or not. Solution found means if we have reached our goal state. If we have reached our goal state, then we see that yes, our solution has been found. Next important thing is detect the dead ends so that they can be abandoned and the system's effort is directed in more fruitful directions. What happens when you take some actions, it leads to the deadlocks. Your system could not move further. So we have to detect that particular stage or the situation. So in the plan, you should lay down some conditions where you come to know that if we reach to this particular stage, then this stage is the deadlock state. Your system cannot move forward now. So you should abandon those particular stages. So these are the four components of the planning system. Now we will see each component in detail in a coming slide. So first component is choose the best rule for applying the next rule based on best available heuristics. So why this? Why we have to choose first of all? Because many rules may be available, so you have to choose. Now the question is how to see the best rule? You have to evaluate each and select the optimum rule. For evaluation, how you will evaluate? You will evaluate through applying the heuristics. This is the explanation of this rule. This we have already done in heuristic search techniques. Then apply the chosen rule for computing the new problem state. Sometimes the rule can be applied directly, but sometimes the rule cannot be applied directly. So we have to change the state if required. I have given the example that you were moving from Jalandhar to Amritsar and you decided that you have to move through car. But your car was not in that particular state, the tire was punctured. So you cannot implement your solution through the car. But there you have to make it the car into that particular state. So you have to got it repaired first of all. Then only you can apply the car. So it is sometimes you can directly apply the step or action or the rule, but sometimes it is not possible to directly apply. So you have to make changes so that you can apply that particular rule. Detect when a solution has been found. So what is the simple method? When the difference between the current state and the goal state becomes zero, you see that yes, the goal has been achieved. Detect the dead ends so that they can be abandoned and the system effort is directed in more fruitful direction. This we have already taught. And what are deadlocks? You have done in database management system in detail and operating system also. You know about the dead ends or the deadlocks. Types of system. your system can be reactive system or the non-reactive systems. So both the system need different types of planning. Reactive systems where the human interaction is needed. You cannot plan on a whole, the whole plan cannot be planned in the beginning because you can only plan step by step. You make first step, you plan for the first step, you apply on a system, then you see what is the reaction of the system. On the basis of the reaction of the system, then you plan for the next step. So reactive system is where you do not know the environment. What will the environment, what is that? It is new to you. So on the reaction of the system, you take the next action. And in non-reactive system, where you can plan about the whole, right from the beginning to the end. You know about the system. It is not going to change the reaction. It will remain same. So both the system, reactive system and non-reactive system, have different types of planning. In reactive system, interaction is needed. We have to see the response of the system. You only plan for the initial step. You apply that particular step. Then you see the reaction of the system. On the basis of the reaction, you plan for the next step. And in non-reactive system, you can plan through right from the beginning to the end. This is the main difference between the systems. So if the system is different, the planning will be different. Next is types of planning. First of all is linear planning, which is also known as full order planning. And second is non-linear planning, which is known as partial order planning. So what is linear planning or full order planning? So it is simple. You plan step 1 to step n and you execute one by one. Step 1, step 2, step 3 until you come to step n. So it is the linear plan. But in non-linear planning, it is also known as partial order planning, where you follow the order, but not in full manner, but in a partial manner. Suppose you take the step 1, then you take the step 2, but when you come to step 3, there is some control statement. Either the conditional store control statement like if else. So here, if the condition is true, you have to follow a certain sequence of steps. If the condition is false, you have to follow the other sequence of steps. So here, the whole order is not remain same. It depends upon a condition. If there is some looping statement, then some steps will be repeated again and again. So the S1, S2, S3, S4 up till Sn, which was followed in a linear planning, it will not be followed in a partial order plan. Maybe at step 3, you have some decision making statement where you have to choose either you will go for step of set 1 or steps which are present in set 2. If there is a looping statement, then some steps will be repeated again and again. And if there is a branching statement or go-to statement, conditional or unconditional branching, then you have to leave some steps. So here, therefore, it is known as non-linear planning. Let me ask from you up till now, you have understood or not? Abhinav Kumar Jha, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Abhinav, have you understood what is difference between linear planning and non-linear planning?
Yes, sir.
क्या difference है? Please tell me.
सर linear planning full order planning होता है और ये non linear planning partial order planning. Full order planning means हम step wise follow करते जाते हैं step 1 step 2 up to step 1 जब तक उसका वो एक certain plan ना आ जाए. Partial order planning means हम लोग step 1 किए फिर step 2 फिर skip कर दिए फिर step 4 5 मतलब partial order कोई step जो जरूरी हो वही करें आप follow करेंगे.
पार्शियल ऑर्डर में कब आता है पार्शियल ऑर्डर? जैसे कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट आ जाती है, लूपिंग आ जाती है या ब्रांचिंग आ जाती है.
यस सर। कंडीशनल लूप लगाते हैं सर, कंडीशन और लूप लगाते हैं।
कंडीशन हो जाता है, लूप हो जाता है, गो टू स्टेटमेंट हो जाता है,
गो टू यस सर।
जिसमें हम स्किप कर जाते हैं कुछ स्टेप्स।
हाँ सर।
ओके, नाउ यू म्यूट योरसेल्फ।
ओके।
Partial order planning. A partial order plan or partial plan is a plan which specifies all the actions that needs to be taken just wait some, there is a technical. Partial order plan or the partial plan is a plan which specifies all the actions that need to be taken but only specifies the order between action when necessary. It is a result of a partial order plan. So therefore it is known as non-linear. Just wait for a minute. Some window is there. Let me stop the share and again start. So it is the result of a partial order planner, non-linear. It has sub goals, means sub goals means sub programming start. You come to start step 1, step 2, step 3. In step 3, we go to sub program. There is a function call or the procedure call. So you move from one program to the sub program and again you return back. So there is interleaving also. You move from one program to another, then from another to again first, then first to again second or third also. So it is according to the calls, function calls or the procedure calls. So in partial order planning, your sequence is disturbed, linear sequence is disturbed either due to conditional statements, looping statements, branching statements, or the function calls for the subprograms. This is the different statements due to which your plan becomes the partial order planning. Total order planning, which maintains a total order between all the actions at every stage of planning. It is linear in nature and it is also known as full order planning. Next is, I said there are different types of planning. One type is hierarchical planning. Here the hierarchy of actions are there in terms of major action or the minor action. That if you take this action, then under this, these actions are there in hierarchy. So first you will move to the top order hierarchy. When you move to the top order hierarchy, under that particular top hierarchy, there are the low order hierarchy steps are given. So there are major actions and the minor actions. So minor actions are under the major action. So in planning, you select the major action. When you select the major action, it automatically will go to the minor action which are under those major action. Or other ways, if you have to go through some minor action, you have to go through first of all the major action, then only that minor action can be selected. Lower level activities would detail more precise steps for accomplishing the higher level tasks. Very important thing in a planning is constraints. Constraints mean limitations. In Hindi, we say बंदिशें. कुछ बंदिशें हैं, कुछ constraints हैं. We have already done the constraint satisfaction problem, and under that we have done the crypt arithmetic problem. But in planning also there are certain constraints. These constraints are divided into two categories. One is temporal constraint and another is resource constraint. Temporal constraint is in terms of time. What happens you have to do a particular task, but one constraint is implemented that you have to do with this time frame. Time frame is also given कि आज शाम तक आपने ये काम करना है. So if there is a time constraint, time frame is given to complete a particular task, then those that time frame is known as the temporal constraints. Another is resource constraint. Resources can be in terms of money, can be in terms of material. The material can be software material, hardware material, or the resources, or the money, or the people required. So when you plan, you have to also take into account what are the given constraints. When you go through these constraints, you will find that you have to change the plan. Therefore, before planning, you have to take into account what are the different constraints. Then only you start the plan. Otherwise, you have to change your plan, or if you will not change your plan and you will not go through the constraints, the likelihood of failure is more. So before planning, you have to see what are the constraints, and according to constraints, you have to apply all the steps or plan a different steps in your planning system. Now come to the last section of today's lecture is example or the case study of blocks world problem. It is also known as goal stack problem. So this case study is known as steps. It is a planning system which has rules with the precondition, deletion list and addition list. So what happens? You will be given the start condition. Just see the start condition. There is a blocks on a table. Start condition is block A is over block C is over block A. Block A is on the table. Block B is on a table. What is the go state? C is on table, B over C and A over B. So there are certain rules are given. So whatever the action is given, whatever the condition is given, their condition is specified first of all. See how we have specified the start condition. You will be only given with the diagram. This start condition you have to specify yourself. For the understanding, I have labeled what is the given condition in a start state and what is the condition you need in a go state. But in papers, you will be only given with a diagram, start diagram and the goal diagram. You have to specify these conditions yourself. But you can do this either using the prologue or simple English method. You can write the simple steps also in English. So see how he has specified on. B is on table, A is on table, C is on A, and is empty means you have some robot or some machine which will pick the block and put it. This we have also done in means and analysis where we have to transfer a table from one zone to another. It is somewhat same, but not the totally same, somewhat same of that problem. Clear C means there is nothing on top of C here. Clear B means there is nothing on top of B. And what is the required go state? On means C is on table, B is on C, A is on B, Robert hand is empty, and clear A means there is nothing on A. So you have to write all the steps which will convert from start state to the go state. But before taking some action, there are some rules. You have to follow the rules when this action can be taken. Because you cannot pick, Robert could not pick anything if the hand of Robert is unempty or non-empty. So we have to see if we want to pick something, then precondition is Robert hand should be empty. If you want something you want to put one block over the another block, if you want to put B over C, then C should be clear. Then only you can put or stack B over C. So whatever the action you have to take, there are some precondition which has to be satisfied. So these you have to see, this rule can be applied only if such situation is there or this precondition is there. The plan for the block-wide problem for the given problem start, and you have to read the goal can be achieved by the following sequence, like unstack. You can do at your end. You can all take out your copy and make a plan. Let's see. Then I will share with you how you can do it. So I will wait for 2 minutes. You can take out your copies and you write the steps. And I will see. You will share in your video. You will show me your copy. So I give you 5 minutes. You can take out pen and page and write the steps how you can move from start to go state. I will wait for 5 minutes. I am giving you 5 minutes time. You take out your copies. And I will ask you, any one of you, that show me what are the steps. Steps can be written in simple English method, or you can make use of the words stack, unstack, like this, put down, pick up, and you have to also define some rules. Like pickup can be done, only precondition for pickup is hand should be empty. Add list, you can add anything on another block if you are holding. Put down, precondition is hand should be empty and it should be table and clear. You have to put something on anything, that block should be clear. You can write in your own English language. So I will wait for you to write down. In simple English language, you can write the steps. You can make use of words stack or unstack or put up, pick up, put down. You can simply write. Manish Sharma, Manish, Manish Kumar, unmute yourself. Hello, Manish. Harshdeep, you unmute yourself, Harshdeep. Means these students have joined and they are moving here and there. Kundan,
Yes, sir.
so you have understood what I have given the task to you. You have to write the steps, how to move from go start state to go state.
Yes, sir. I have written the steps, sir.
Okay, let us see some other student also.
Yes, sir.
It is very simple. In paper, it will not so
Yes, sir.
simple. इतना सिंपल नहीं होगा पेपर में।
Yes, sir.
नम्रता प्रीत, you unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Have you written the steps?
Sir, writing.
Okay. When you write, just say, yeah, raise your hand and you will show me.
Okay, sir.
Dipinder Singh,
Yes, sir.
have you written? So I will ask you to share your video and show the copy where the steps have been written. थोड़ा बड़ा बड़ा लिखना कॉपी में so that it is visible. ये share जो नहीं हो रहा है। Dipinder, I have given you the permission. You can share your video. अपनी कॉपी दिखाओ. थोड़ा क्लियर करो. थोड़ा सा. हाँ. क्या है पहला स्टेप? All must see. Unstack AC on C table. Pick up B on BC. Pick up A on AB. So everybody can check. Is it right or wrong? Okay, Dipinder. But in papers, all of you listen. On papers, along with the step, you have to write the preconditions also. Devendra, understood? आपने जितने भी स्टेप्स लिखे ना, उसके साथ में आप जनरलाइज प्री कंडीशन भी लिखने जरूरी है. ये आप पिकअप कब कर सकते हो, आप पुट डाउन कब कर सकते हो. Martha, you start your video. Namarta Preet. Martha, please start your video and show me your copy. For the time being, let's ask Kundan. Namrata हो गया start. Yes, Namrata. Kundan, wait for a minute. हाँ जी, नम्रता दिखाओ. Namaste, what is the precondition for unstack? Unstack कब होगा? नम्रता, आपने जो फर्स्ट स्टेप लिखा unstack AC, unstack कब होगा? What is the precondition? बेटा ये जो फर्स्ट है unstack AC, तो इसकी प्रीकंडीशन क्या है? What is the precondition of unstack AC? नम्रता, अनम्यूट करो अपने आप को. Okay, Kundan, you start. ये कुंदन का है, नम्रता है. नम्रता फिर नम्रता आप रुको, कुंदन आप स्टार्ट हो.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी दिखाओ, मैं आपको पिन करता हूँ. जस्ट वेट,
Sir, is it visible?
लेट मी पिन. यस, कुंदन थोड़ा सा सही नहीं आ रहा, दूर करो थोड़ा सा. हाँ, रोटेट करो.
Is it visible?
हाँ, यस यस विजिबल. थोड़ा रोटेट करना पड़ेगा. चलो आप ऐसे ही समझाओ.
Sir, precondition is arm is empty and B and C are clear. There is nothing on B and C, and B is on table and C on the C there is no other thing. So the first step will be pick C. Second, put on the table. Then arm will be empty. Now put B on C. Then arm will be empty. Put A on B. Arm will be empty, and A will be clear. After that, arm empty. Through diagram, we can see here we will put C on the table. Now all the three will be on table. We will put B on C. After that, we will put A on B, and finally our goal state will be achieved.
So yes, so this is the method what you will apply in your papers also. But let me repeat that there it will not be so simple problem. The problem will be little bit typical to you all, and there will be some constraints also. Here I have not put any constraint in this example. यहाँ पे मैंने कोई constraint नहीं दिया. No temporal constraint, no resource constraint. But there, when the problem will be given, some constraints may apply. Then you have to follow that constraint and solve the problem. Most probably, the ghost type problem or the block world problem comes in this planning. It is not only these problems. Your problem can be water jug problem. Water jug problem we have a little bit done and we will do in practical also. The problem can be Tower of Hanoi. The initial stage will be given and final stage will be given where the platters are there. Tower of Hanoi आपको पता है सबको?
Yes, sir.
So it can be 5 plates problem, it can be 7 plates problem, it can be 4 plates problem. Here
Yes.
there are poles are given A, B and C poles are given.
C.
तो प्रॉब्लम कुछ भी हो सकती है. Problem related to some chess can be given.
Yes.
ठीक है. Your tic-tac-toe problem can be given. 3 by 3 puzzle can be given. So any problem, but most probably ghost type problem comes under the plan. But I am again saying it is not only restricted to block world problem. It can be any problem, and you can be asked to make a plan for that. Okay, Kundan. So let me remove from yes. So this is all about the today's lecture. I will again go through the slides for it comfortable. So first, we have gone through the different definitions of the planning. So first was simple. It is a sequence of action, and our high likelihood means what is the guarantee of choosing? We have to choose such actions where we have high guarantee of the success rate. And second, in this slide, the characteristics of planning is your plan should be flexible in nature. So in this slide, what we did is planning representation actions of one word reasoning. Reasoning is the very important, that you could not put each and every step as you think. There should be proper reason that why you are taking that particular action. In this slide, the characteristics planning is it also includes the decision making. So if you have good tools for the good decision making, then you can easily your plan will be in such a manner that the success rate will be high. Then why we need a plan and what are different types of plan? Very important 4 components of planning. The question can be explain the 4 components of planning taking into account any real world problem. तो आपने खुद प्रॉब्लम लेनी है और ये बताना है कि चूज द बेस्ट रूल फॉर अप्लाइंग द नेक्स्ट रूल. सपोज जो अभी हमने वॉट एवर द एग्जाम्पल वी हैव डन, तो उसमें आपके पास पहला स्टेप आप कोई भी ले सकते हो कि ए को बी के पहले ए को टेबल में रख दो या बी को टेबल में रख दो या 2-3 स्टेप होते. तो आपने पहले स्टेप का बताना कि आपके पास ये एक्शन अवेलेबल है और आप कौन सा ले रहे हो वो बताना है. क्लियर? वट एवर द प्रॉब्लम इज इन योर हैंड, आपने हर एक स्टेप को उस प्रॉब्लम के हिसाब से बताना. जैसे हमारे पास 2-3 स्टेप होते तो हम पहले स्टेप में ए को टेबल पे रख सकते थे, दूसरे स्टेप में डी, पहले स्टेप में डी को पहले रखते. तो वो सभी लिखने पड़ेंगे कि आपके पास कौन कौन से एक्शन पहली बार में अवेलेबल हैं, फिर व्हाट एक्शन यू आर टेकिंग. तो इस तरह से इन दिस मैनर यू हैव टू टेल हाउ these 4 components are being applied in your that particular problem. Apply the chosen rule. You have to specify the rule. So you have to explain these all steps. Then reactive system and non-reactive system. In reactive system, you do not make a whole plan. You start with the start. You apply the first action and you see the action reaction of the system. Then you go for the second step. This we have done full order planning and partial order planning. In partial order planning, we do not follow the whole sequence. The sequence is broken either due to conditional statement, looping statement, branching statement, or subprogramming. There is a hierarchical planning where you take a major action and in that major action, you have to follow some minor actions. Then there are constraints, either that constraint of time, which is known as temporal constraint, or constraint due to your material, man, money, that is the resource constraint. And in the last we did this problem. I will send you this slide also. in your group. So you go through. I have already uploaded in the ERP portal. This presentation I have uploaded on the ERP portal. So you go through this slide. So if anybody wants to ask anything, so I'm here, you may ask. So this is all for today. I'm going to unmute you all. If you want to ask any question, you may ask. If anybody wants to ask any question, is it okay?
Yes.
Mahima? Mahima?
Yes, sir. सब समझ
Have
आ
you-
गया.
Okay, have you understood today's lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any question from anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you, students.
Thank you, sir.